Hello guys, welcome to my channel Android Mastermind. In this we can see what we create at the end of the project. So basically in creating a Firebase authentication system. In this you can basically register user with a login and password. After that you can easily log in with. So in this application, this was the screen layout. The design is not good, but our main motive is to see the authentication method. So let's see how the user is registered. So let's type the email ID, and the email ID is manansari123@gmail.com, and the password is aman123. And when we click on register, you can see the login success and the user is come on to the main activity. So now we can do the login. The login is working or not. So let's type the same email ID, aman ansari123@gmail.com, and the password is aman123. Okay, now when we click on login, you can see the user register success and they directly come on to the main activity. So this we can see at the end of the project. This was our project for today. So okay, let's move to the coding part. So here we can first creating a new project in Android Studio. In file and new to new project, and in this we can choose a no activity, and we can name our application is Firebase Authentication, Firebase Auth, and the language is Kotlin, and then finish. And the Gradle build is taking time, so at this time of Gradle build is taking, and then the Gradle build is done successfully. After that we go in Java, and in this we can creating our new activity. In new activity we can creating a empty view activity. We can name it to the login activity, and login activity, and then finish. One more activity we have to create with the name of register activity in activity, and in this empty view activity. In this empty view activity we can creating a register activity. After that the Gradle build is taking. After the Gradle build thing is success, we can here go to the search bar and search Firebase. In this Firebase, this assistant is open. In this we have to all the options which are available in the Firebase. So here first we have to, in this application we have created the authentication system. So we can go to the in authentication system. In this authentication with using Kotlin. So here authentication is Java. So basically we can go with authentication using Google, and let's connect to Firebase. So with the help of this, the Firebase is connecting, and we can creating a new project with the same name of application, which is Firebase Auth. After that we can continue it, and continue. Here we have to accept the Google Analytics terms and then create project. After the creating project, it will take some seconds. After that second, they will created the project successfully. And here our project is created. Now we can go to the continue. After doing continue, here we have to connect our Android app to the Firebase authentication. So after this will taking some time, and this we have connecting, and the Android Studio app is connected to this. After that we have to copy its URL from google.com, copy it and paste it to the new tab. Here paste it to a new tab. After this our project options will given is there, then we can select the project. This one is Firebase Auth, our created new project. In this we can go to build, and in authentication. So in this authentication we have to create and get started. After the get started, with email and password, we can now work with email password and enable. After it, save it. Yeah, now the Firebase is ready for the activity. Now we can going our app and adding their dependency. So here add the Firebase authentication dependency and then accept changes. After doing accept changes, it will adding the dependency directly to the dependency section, and after the greater build is synced, then we can start to the doing work on this. Yeah, and then our Gradle build is done successfully. So now let's do, we can come on to the login activity, and in this login activity we have to do some change, create a layout. So in this we have to go to the split, and this in split we can change constant layout to relative layout, constant layout to relative layout. So basically here we have to change its layout, relative layout, and in relative layout so in this first we have to creating a two file. In this we have to in drawable. So the first drawable resource file, and its name is rectangle, with the name of rectangle, and then is r should, every letter should be small and the letter is small. After that we can select it on OK. Okay, now it's, we can go to here and selected it to item, and in this item we have to choose a shape, and our shape is rectangle. So in this rectangle our corners, and the corners radius is 9 dp, and after it our color. So to set the color we have to move it, go to solid, and in this solid color, so here color is f4 and then f4. so this was the color. Yes, you can see the color, and after that we have to choose a stroke to give some attractive layout color. In this we have to choose color. I will giving a purple 500. You can choose whatever you want, but I will choosing this default color, and its width I will giving 2 dp. Yeah, 2 dp is good. And one more in file we have to create in drawable. So drawable resource file, its name should be background. Yeah, so its name is background, and in this background same we have to do it. We have to go to in item, and in the item we have to go to a shape, and then shape is rectangle. In that shape we have to choose our solid color, and then color we are I will giving to a white, and after the color I should give to a corner. So corner I will giving of this type. So both of top radius should be 9 dp and the bottom should be normal, what is looking to a in default rectangle. So in this select the top radius, in this top right radius which is 9 dp, and then top left radius it is 9 dp. Okay, yeah, so done. This basically drawable, all the file which we need on drawable is completed. So now we can go on to the main main activity, and in this activity we can creating our layout. So in this linear layout I will create one linear layout, and its width is match parent, and its height I will giving 298 dp. Height is 298 dp, and its id is id linear, and its orientation should be vertical. This is one layout, and I will giving its background to directly purple 500. Yeah, and one more linear layout I have to create in this. Yeah, the linear layout, match parent, and then height is also a match parent, and then layout below, id linear, and its orientation should be same vertical, and its background, we are created our file in drawable, so in the name of background. So with the help of this background you can see that our background file shape is created in the curve section. In this you can see the curve section file. Okay, now in the top radius we can adding a simply one to text view. So basically we can write a text view, and then its width is match parent, height wrap content, and text is 1 minute, and then text is login, and text size is 35 dp, text size is 35 dp, text style is bold, and its margin should be 11 dp, and then text color should be white, and then text color should be white, and its gravity is center. You can see it's a center. So here we can write login screen. This is turned into a first, and then to second linear layout. Basically we are copy this text view and paste it to the next, and we have to change its id. Here I will, in this id is not required that much, but okay, and its text will be changed. I will write here welcome back, and this was is done. I will doing to its center. In the result activity we can think that a welcome is on left side, but here we can creating it on the center. In this, after that one we have to change this layout margin. I will give it 14 dp. Now it's looking good, and the top screen layout work is done. Now we can go on to a bottom. Here we have to create a 2 text box and a 1 button. So in one text box, one edit text, the user can enter their email, and the other text box the user can enter their password. So let's type a edit text. In this edit text, width is match parent and height is wrap content, and here I will giving its id to a user name, and its background I will created a background in drawable. So same in this we are giving a rectangle, and now I will giving its hint, and what is its hint is enter email. Enter email, and the margin top I will giving it to a 19 dp, and it's 19 dp margin top, and the margin horizontal is 9 dp. Margin horizontal is 9 dp, and giving its padding, and its padding should be 15 dp, and text size, this one text size is 20 dp. So this should be done from one edit text, and it was looking good, and second one created. So let's first copy, and after copying it, it's paste here, and let's change its id username to password. Password, this one its id, and enter email change to a enter password. So this edit text work is done. After the edit text I have to create a one button. So let's create a button, and what width is width, its width should be match parent, height should be ref content, and give its id, and its id is btn. Basically it's btn, and after its height, what text I have to give, I am giving its text is login, and its text is login, and its background purple 500, yeah, login, and then text color should be white, and text no, not textile, but okay, it was looking fine. But here I have to give a margin, and its margin should be 12 dp, yeah, 12 dp, and its padding should be 9 dp, padding 9 dp, yeah. Okay, it was looking good. And one more activity we have to, one more text view we have to create if the user is not registered. So after that we have creating a new register user activity. So let's create a one text view, and its width is match parent, height is wrap content, and id should be register, id should be register, after the id should be register, and then its text should be register user. Okay, so register user, and text size 25 dp, and text style should be bold, text style should be bold, and then text color purple 500, yeah, text color purple 500, and then margin should be a 9 dp, and then its gravity should be center, yeah. Then so basically login activities layout is done. Now we can creating the layout of register user layout. So we are going to in register user. So in this register users also we can use same activity. So let's first change to a constant layout to linear layouts, and its orientation should be vertical. So now we can going on to the main activity, and in this we can copy both this file. After doing copy, now we can paste it on register user. So here we can paste it, yeah. So it was looking good. Here background color is purple 500, yeah. So change the name of login screen to register screen, and welcome back change to the register user, okay. And then email, and the login button should change to a register button. So let's change login to register, login should be changed to the register, and now it's look good. And one more thing, here we have to change register user to login user. Here in register, if the user is login, so in with the clicking on this text they can directly move on to the login activity. So both the layout file is done. Now we are going to the coding activity. So in this coding, first we are writing the code for register activity. So in this register activity we are writing the code. So first declare the whatever the variables are there. So let's go here, and private latent var btn, which is button, and then second is edit text. The second edit text I will giving name should be email, and then what was its type is edit text. And then third one is also a edit text with the name of password, we can give it short form to a past edit text. After that there is one text view also for moving to the login activity. So private latent var login, and this is a text view, Okay, so this activity should be, the variable should be declared, and now we can finding its id. So let's move to btn is equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn, r dot id btn. One more changes should I have to give it, so let's change the id little bit, because with the same id we will confuse. So let's change to a username to username hyphen register short form, same password for register, and then btn, I think it will be okay, and then login, yeah, its register should be changed to login. No, I think this will be okay. Register, okay, changes to a login, yeah. So it was done, and after that we have to find the email is equal to find view by id, and its id is username reg, yeah, this one, and next one is password is equal to find view by id, and its id should be password register, yeah, this one, and the last one id is login, login is equal to find view by id r dot id dot, and this id should be login. Okay, now this was looking good. So whenever we have to use a Firebase authentication, first we have to initialize and declare the auth system. So let's declare is private latent var auth is equal to Firebase auth, yeah. So I will declare it. After it we have to initialize this auth system. So auth is equal to Firebase dot auth, yeah, this one. Now the Firebase is also initialized. So here we have, so now here we can creating a function with the name of register. So funds register, and in this register activity we have to pass a two thing, which is the username, and username is in the string format, and the second one is password is also in the string format, password is string. And in this function basically we have to create the authentication to register a user. So to register user we can type auth dot create user with email and password. In this we have to pass the email and the password. So his email is username, and the second one is password, which are getting. After the getting we have to create a add-on complete listener, add-on complete listener, and its context will be this. And after that here we have to pass it, and if it task dot is successful, if it dot is successful, so here we have showing the toast, and then toast is toast dot make test, and this, and the login register user is registered, user is registered, and the next one is toast dot length long dot show. And if there is any error, so in the else section we can toast it. So toast dot make test, and this one is this, and authentication failed, auth failed, and here is toast dot length long, and then show. Yeah, if there is any issue we can see here what was the issue. So this is done. But when our activity is success, now we have to create one more activity with the name of main activity. So if our activity is completed, they can directly go to that activity. So here we can create empty activity with the name of main activity. Yeah, after that they will Gradle project sync in progress. This will done. After it, if the task is successful, then we can use start activity, and then this start activity intent. In this intent, this to here from main activity, here from main activity class.java, and after it we can finish it. So now all the register authentication part is done. So now we can call this register activity to our main activity. So to calling this, first we have to create a on click listener. So btn dot set on click listener. In this view dot on click listener, so in this first we have to take what we have to want. So well, giving this variable name is mail. So in this mail, what I should have to get email dot its text, emails text, and convert it into a string. And then second should I have to get it password. So I will giving its name variable password, and in this what is pass dot text and then to string. So here we also using a validate. So if the user can trying to log in with empty edit text, so this was showing an error. So let's create that validation. So now here, if mail dot is empty, so set error on email dot error is equal to required, and else if password dot is empty, so here should error on password dot error is equal to required. And if both the activities should not empty, then we can call the register user activity. So in this register method function, I have to pass two things, which is username and password. So username is mail, and then password should be a password. Okay, now all the thing of the register activity is done. So now we can move on to a login and write a code for the login activity. So in this login activity, first we have to declare same types of variable, and after that finding that their id and doing activity. So what was it? So private latent var register is text view, and then private latent var one button is there. So it's button, and now it's email private latent var, and its email should be edit text, and their password should also edit text, which is private latent var password, and which is so edit text, and the last one is private. Okay, now this should be done, and after that we have to finding its id. So first one is register id is find view by id, and its id is r.id.register. Here we have to directly call to a register, and then second is btn is equal to find view by id, and its id is r.id. and btn, after that btn email id edit text is find view by id, sorry, find view by id, and this id should r.id dot username. Yeah, username reg for register file, and the last one is password id is equal to find view by id, and its id should be r.id dot password. Okay, this was the activity. So now here I have to create a function with the name of login. So function, the name is login, and here also I have to pass a two name, which is user email, that are in the string, and then second one is password, PASS, password is equal to string. Password is also in the string format. Yeah, now in this I have to check the user is available. If the user is available, then the main activity, the user can directly go to a main activity. So auth, one more thing here, I will does not declare the Firebase auth. So let's declare the Firebase auth, same which type of we declared on here. So let's copy it, and after this paste and initializing it, auth is equal to Firebase dot auth. Yeah, this one. Okay, yeah, so now I have calling this auth. So this was his auth dot sign in with email and password. Sign in email and password. Yeah, this one, sign in with email and password. Here I have to pass two things, which is user mail and their password. What is their password? And after it, add on complete listener. In add on complete listener, the activity, in add on complete listener, we have to use which kind of activities these are. So this, and after this we have to create a one curly. Yeah, so now this was looking good. And now if task, and if task, or I will giving to it, yeah, it dot is successful, and if there was an error, so else. If there was any error, so this type of toast are visible there. So toast dot make text, and then this, and after this login fail, and then toast dot length long, and then show. Okay, and if our task is successful, then move a user to a main activity. So start activity, and this in start activity intent, in the intent this, and go from this to main activity class.java, and after that finish this activity, finishing this activity. And here I have to give a one toast if the task is success or not. So let's copy this toast and paste it here, and change to login fail to login success. Okay, so this function is also created. Now let's call this function. So let's write btn dot set on click listener view dot on click listener. Here also we have to put a validator. So first call their text whatever in this. So I will giving val mails, and in this mail email dot text dot to string, and after that val password is equal to password dot text dot to string. Yeah, now done. So let's create a validator if there are any empty activity that they are showing the error. So if mails dot is empty, so in email dot error is equal to required. Okay, and else if password dot is empty, so set error on password dot error is equal to required, required. So if there are not empty both the activities, so after that we are calling the login activity. So login, and in this login two things we have to pass, email and password. So let's pass this mail and password, mail and password. Yeah, so this type of activity done. One more changes I have to do, that if the user should click on this register user, so they can go to one register activity. So let's create that. So here let's call it register dot set on click listener, and in that view dot on click listener. So let's start activity in this intent, start activity intent, start activity intent. Where is intent? This one is intent, and this, and from here to register class dot java, and after that finish it. Okay, and same thing we have to do on register. If the user should click on this login user, then the user can move on to the login activity. So let's call that activity, what should be an ID, it's login, and after it's login let's create login dot set on click listener view dot on click listener. So on this type, so let's do start activity intent, in this intent this, and from this we have to go on to a login activity. So login and then class.java, and after that finish this activity. Okay, so now looking I think all the parts should done. So now we can easily run this. One more thing, in manifest file we have to declare user permission to internet. After it we have to call our default activity. So let's do that default activity. First change it to a true. After it's I will copy this intent filter from another project. So yeah, this type of project, yeah, I will copy from here. Let's copy to intent filter, copy, and then let's move to, and here I will paste it. So after the pasting it, I will running this app on my application. So in my application I will running this app on my local device, because there was some error for emulator, so that's why. So let's see the what was the output we are getting. So okay, yeah, my device is connect. Now running this activity. After the running activity, Gradle building is running. And before that, if you like our video, so please subscribe my channel and also like this video. So here you can see that our app should be run successfully. So first we can see the register user is done. Yeah, the register user is working. So let's type the email ID Aman Ansari 234 @gmail.com, and the password is Aman123. So when we register it, yeah, user is registered. Okay, user is registered. Now I have to do login activity. So here same ID we can pass, Aman Ansari 234 @gmail.com, firebase.com and the password is aman123. so after login you can see the login is success. So this was an activity. So if you like our video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye. Good care.